Imagine a company party, soft lights, people laughing. But inside you, something is quietly draining away. Everyone around you is smiling and socializing, but your inner world feels like it's running on empty. A coworker leans in and says, "The weather's been so unpredictable lately, hasn't it?" You nod. You smile. You follow the script. But your mind is somewhere completely different. You're not being rude. You're just hungry. And nothing at this party can fill that hunger. It's a strange kind of hunger. I wonder how we so see hence how one that has nothing to do with food and everything to do with connection. You're not broken. You're not antisocial. Your brain is simply wired for something deeper. And today, we're going inside that brain to find out exactly why small talk feels so exhausting. In 2010, psychologist Matthias Mehl at the University of Arizona set up a fascinating real-life study. 79 participants wore recording devices throughout their daily lives for several days. The findings were published in Psychological Science, one of the most respected journals in the field. The key finding: people who had more deep conversations reported significantly higher happiness levels. But here's what the study did not say. It never claimed that small talk is bad or shallow people less smart. What it really revealed is that each person has a different connection threshold, a unique minimum. When you operate below your threshold constantly, your brain sends distress signals just like hunger. That restlessness you feel in shallow conversations, that's your brain speaking, and it's worth listening to. But before we go further, I need to be honest with you about something important and uncomfortable. Sometimes I hate small talk isn't a sign of depth. Sometimes it's a shield. Some people use that label to avoid the one thing every real relationship requires: vulnerability. Small talk actually has a real social function. It's the safe zone where two strangers test trust. It's the handshake before the hug, the door before the room. You need it to get anywhere real. Refusing that first step isn't always depth. Sometimes it's avoidance wearing a very sophisticated disguise. The real question isn't, why do I hate small talk? It's, what am I actually avoiding right now? That's not a judgment. That's an invitation to understand yourself at a level most people never reach. So if you genuinely want more depth in your daily life, here's how to create it, not just wait for it. There's a technique called the bridge question, and it's quietly one of the most powerful social tools. When someone asks, "What do you do?" and try answering with something true, then opening a door. Instead of the script, say, "I've been thinking about why I chose this path. Have you ever questioned yours?" That one question does two things. It answers them honestly, and it opens a door they can choose to walk through. People who want depth will walk through. People who don't will politely change the subject. And that's okay. Not everyone needs to be on your frequency, and you don't need to force that to happen. Dr. Nicholas Epley at University of Chicago found we consistently underestimate how much strangers want real talk. Most people actually want genuine conversation. They're just waiting for someone to go first. You can be that person, the one who goes first, the one who opens the door in the room. Here's a fascinating paradox. The most genuinely deep people I've known don't reject small talk. They're brilliant at transforming it, turning surface questions into meaningful exchanges naturally. They ask about the weather, then follow with, "Does this kind of weather affect your mood at all?" They talk about work, then ask, "What keeps you going back every morning? What still makes it worth it?" Depth isn't a destination you teleport to. It's a journey you gently lead someone else on. And that skill, guiding a conversation from surface to soul, that's the truly rare and beautiful thing. Not hating small talk, but knowing, with grace and patience, exactly what to do with it. You don't need to change yourself to survive shallow conversations. You never did. But you also don't need to wait in a corner hoping someone will come talk about the universe with you. Real depth isn't something you have. It's something you actively create, all moment by moment in every conversation, with every person, in every small and seemingly ordinary exchange you have. Next time someone asks how you're doing, try answering honestly. Just one real sentence. See what happens. You might be surprised by the depth that person has been hiding just beneath their own surface all along. Your brain isn't broken, it's highly selective, and selectivity, when understood, is a remarkable strength. The exhaustion you feel after a shallow evening isn't weakness. It's information about what you actually need. Small talk is the lobby, necessary, functional, and the only way to reach the rooms that matter most. The people on your wavelength will emerge from small talk like sunlight, breaking through after a long cloud. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw in the system. It's the most honest signal your nervous system can send. Every honest conversation is a small act of healing. It tells your nervous system, you are truly seen here. And being truly seen, even once, is one of the most nourishing experiences a human brain can have. Silence between depth seekers is never empty. It's the canvas where the next real thing gets painted. Don't let the noise of the crowd make you doubt the value of your own quiet and searching spirit. Your social battery is high quality. Spend it on things that make your inner light burn genuinely brighter. The hunger for depth is ultimately a hunger for life itself. For real art, real philosophy, real human love. Thousands of people feel exactly what you feel, that quiet allergy to the shallow and the performative. When the world gets too loud, retreat to your sanctuary. Let the silence prepare the ground for something real. Your solitude isn't loneliness. It's a laboratory where you refine your thoughts for real connection. Trust your discomfort. It's a compass, always pointing you back toward what is true and worth your time. You are a deep-sea diver in a world full of swimmers. Your perspective is rare, and it is genuinely needed. Depth is not a burden you carry. It is a compass that leads you to the people who will truly know you. You have the power to shift a room's energy with just one truly sincere and well-placed question. The world doesn't need more performance. It needs people unafraid to look another person in the eyes. In the end, we won't remember the weather talk. We'll remember the moments our souls actually touched. If this video made you see one old conversation differently, that's the sign your mind is truly alive. Leave a comment. What was the deepest conversation you ever had, and how did it actually begin? Subscribe if you want to keep decoding the quiet signals your mind has been sending you all along. Share this with someone who feels it, someone who understands the beauty of one truly honest conversation. Until next time, keep asking the questions that matter. Your depth is not a burden. It is your gift.